Hello everyone from CrispMetrics. Today we are going to discuss about data visualization and how easily it can be achieved using the Power BI tool. So what is data visualization? Well, it's the graphical representation of information using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps. Today, when we are living in the world of data revolution and have huge data sets, it's very difficult to infer information when it is in the forms of tables. But when it's in the form of visuals like the one we see on this dashboard, it becomes really easy to get the insights and then take rational decisions based on that. So, why are we talking about this particular tool? Well, it has a lot of benefits and has taken the world of BI reporting by storm. First of all, it supports multiple platforms like browser, desktop, cloud, and mobile. And then it has rich personalized dashboards which help in better storytelling. It is very fast reporting because of the pre-built visualization templates. Time, which is of essence from ever since we know, right? So it has a very good operational efficiency and saves us a lot of time, effort, and resources. And lastly, it is very easily integrated with SharePoint, Excel, and Power BI app. Now let's look at the Power BI common components. First is the Power BI desktop, which you can be installed locally in your desktop or laptop. Then the Power BI service, and third one is the Power BI mobile. So it is freely available. You just need to go to the Microsoft site and then download it from here and get started. Also, if you want to share the dashboards that you create, you'll have to have an account in the Power BI service. The thing is, reports can be built in Power BI desktop, but not the dashboards. And also, for sharing it with the larger audience, we'll have to have it on the Power BI service. That is also free. You can just go ahead and create an account in Office 365 E3 and then get started with the Power BI service. So why it is important to have an account at Power BI service as well? Because just if you see over here, a dashboard, which is the end purpose, right? Because that is what we want uh, as a report. So it can be built, viewed, and shared only in the Power BI service, and it cannot be built as well in the Power BI mobile, but only be viewed and shared. So you got to have the Power BI desktop installed if you want to create the reports, and then you can go ahead and then create the dashboards on the Power BI service. Now let's look at the building blocks of Power BI. First of all are the data sets, which is the collection of data. Well, it's the basis of everything we are doing. So yeah, first of all, we have the data sets where we collect the data. Then the second component or second block is the visualization, which is the visual representation of the data. Third are the reports. So reports are just the collection of visuals spanning across one or multiple pages. Tiles is a single visualization on a report or dashboard. So tiles are just like the tiles that we walk on. It's just a space reserved on a dashboard. And then the fifth and the main component, I should say, are the dashboards, which is a single page and it's a collection of visuals from the report or reports. Now let's look at the interfaces of Power BI Desktop. First of all, we have the data view where we collect data and wrangle data. Then we have model view where we build our data model. And then we have report view where we build our visualizations. And the fourth interface is the Power BI query editor. We'll look at all these in detail, but what better to look at them by we are demonstrating. Let's use one example and then build a quick report wherein we'll go look at these interfaces in detail. And in the meantime, we'll create a report and then a dashboard as well. So first of all, data view. Let me go to the Power BI desktop tool. Here I have my desktop tool installed. And so first of all is the data view. So this icon over here, it's the data view. So what all can we do in the data view? We connect to the data, and then there are numerous different sources available from which we can connect, and then load the data into Power BI desktop, inspect the data for whether it's good or not, then explore the data for any anomalies, and then understand the data to get there, like what insights do we need, and do we have all the data available with us or not. So let's look at the data view over here and then get some data. So here I have used the most hot topic right now, which is this pandemic. So all we want to know right now is how are we doing, which country is having what cases, does India stand, and all that. And all this data is now available freely in the open. So I have just downloaded one of it, and we're going to use that to create a small report. So over here in the data view, we see the get data icon. I click on this one, and then I have a number of sources available here. There are about 99 plus sources available. So this is also one of the benefits of Power BI. It offers a lot of data points. So I have two files here. One is Excel and one is CSV. First of all, I will get the Excel one. Just click on Excel, and this is my Excel file. I'm going to open it. Once I open it, I see this over here. So it has just one sheet. So I'm going to select that and then click on load. So it will be loaded in my desktop. Here I can see it's loaded, and then I see sheet 1. Let's give it a better name. All I have to do is double click, and then I can do, let's name it to dimension table. All right. Now I'll go back to my data view and then get some more data, the other one, the Excel file one. So again, I'll click on this one and then get the CSV file, select this one and open. Once it opens, I'm going to load it. So it will be loaded into the Power BI desktop too. Okay, so I have the other table as well over here. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'll move on to the model view. So what this is the model view, the third icon. Here, what I have to see, like what all relationships are there in the tables, what all tables I have, what is the data. So here I see I have my fact table where I have all my measures. I have my confirmed cases, my active cases, that's latitude, longitude, but it doesn't have the region, the countries, and the continents. So what I'll do is I'll I'll be making a relationship between these two tables so that I can use data from both these tables. But first of all, if you see here, I am seeing column 1, column 2, column 3. So that means that I need to inspect my data more and see what does it look like and do I need to do some changes. I'm going to go again to the data view and see. So see over here, it is showing country name, continent name, and continent code, but they are right now in as a row in that. So I'm going to change it and make it as headers. So that all happens in the Power BI editor. What all happens, like cleaning the data, wrangling the data, and then transforming the data. So let's look at that third component, which is the Power BI query editor. So here you see this transform data. I click on this and then click on transform data. So here it opens in the Power BI query editor. Now when I look at this, what I can do is all these functions, whatever I want to perform on this table, on my data, Everything is available right over here. So see this one, use first row as headers. I just have to click on this and then it gets changed. Look at that. And whatever others, this one seems okay now. Let's look at the other table. Over here, I have everything, latitude, longitude. I can confirmed. Let's change the name of confirmed to say total cases. Deaths, recovered, active, all this. I don't see here recovery rate or mortality rate. So I can do that by adding a custom column. All I have to do is go again on the top of the ribbon, add column, and then add a custom column. It opens up a window, and then I can add a custom column over here. Say recovery rate would be recovered by total cases. All right, there I go. So I have my column added over here, but I see it in the form of decimals. I want to change it to percentage. All I have to do is right click on the top header and then see change type, and then I'm going to change it to percentage. All done. So once these changes are made, I'm just going to go on file and then close and apply. So I have now all my data ready to be used in the report. So let's go to the fourth component. This is the report view where all the magic happens. Report view. Here we create stunning visualizations, interactive reports, and then generate insights. So here you can see a number of visualizations available, and when you click on this one, you can get even more visualizations available for free on the Power BI website. And also, if that is also not sufficient, you can build your own visualization. Whatever way you want to see your data, you can have it there. But first of all, let's look at these common visualizations that we have here. So some of the very commonly used ones are the bar charts, the line chart, the pie chart, scatter chart, the maps, and the slices. So the bar chart is the most commonly used one. It is used for comparing two different objects or things. And then the line chart is used for comparing the trends over time. The pie chart is used for comparing a particular category against the whole data set. The scatter chart is used for the tracking the anomalies or the patterns. Maps very well much used these days, especially for the location and the geographies. And slicers are just the visual filters. So let's go ahead and use a few common visualizations and build a quick report. All I have to do is just click on the visualization and just let me just zoom it a bit. And all I have to do is drag and drop the values from my table. So here I want, say, countries and the number of cases. So I'll just put the country name here and then the total cases as the values. Oops, now you see what happened. So it's showing the same thing. Why? Because we did not make the relationship. You can go back anytime and do that. Let's do it. So over here, I go back to my model view and then I go to manage relationships, click on new, and then first dimension table, select the column name, say country name, and here it will be country region, and then just click OK and the relationship will be made and done. Now when I go back to my visual, I would see the correct information over there. Alright, there we go. We have it now. So this is what we can do over here. And now let's use one more. Let's use the pie chart. Now in this pie chart, let's do this time by continent name. So here I put the continent, and then this time let's see the number of deaths. Very depressing, I know. Alright, so that's what we see here. Okay, so now we have these two visuals, and we can see the number of countries by the number of deaths, total cases. So top seems to be US and India is second. That's very sad. Um, but this is how quickly we can do just get the data, and at a glance now we know where we stand, what are the total number of cases, and continent wise also how it can be done. And you saw how in a matter of clicks we just dragged and dropped the values, and there we had these two things. Likewise, we can have a number of visuals according to what insights we want in our report. And the next thing is we can do a lot of filtering over here. It can be done on two levels, like um, visual level filtering and the page level filtering. So what all can be done? Let's in this one, let's see. I just want to see the top 10 countries and not the whole list. So what I can do is, instead of basic filtering, select from this drop down, say top 10, top n, and then get the number 10 over here. And by what values? Let's see total cases over here, and then apply filter. It will be changed. There we go. When we hover over it, we can see the total cases. Alright, so in US seems to be on the top, and what are the total cases? And second, in this pie chart, let's see. So I see over here NA and blank. I don't want to see all that. Let's do that filtering as well. What I'll do is this time just the basic filtering, select all the values, and then unselect the ones that we don't want to see. There we go. There are also a number of visualizations that we can do over here. For instance, these seems to be a little small, a little hard to look at. I can go over here, this paint icon, and then a number of things. The title I want to change, that's my continent name. I can change that, and then I want to increase this label. So style is fine, but I want to increase the size. Let's say increase it to 14. Looks better now. So this is just a few examples. There are a number of other things that you can do to make it more appealing. But let's stick with this right now. And then let me change this to say COVID 2021. And then I'm going to save it for now, just to show you how an example of how a dashboard can be made. We are going to just do it with these two visuals for now. So when this is done, I'm going to go back to publish this, and it will go to my Power BI service. Here, once you create an account on Power BI service, you are assigned with a workspace. So I already have my workspace here. Select this one, and then it's going to be published there. Here it is published. Got it. Now I'm going to open this in the Power BI service. So this is where I'm redirected to. This is the Power BI service. And now here comes my report. There you go. See, it's over here in my workspaces. If I click, I don't have any dashboard, and this comes over report, comes over here, Power BI introduction. And this is the only page I have in here, and this is the only data set. Now, if I want to create a dashboard out of it, what I'm going to do is go back to my workspace, and then here I see this new drop down. Here I want to create a dashboard. And then what is the name of my dashboard? See COVID 2021. Great. Alright, my dashboard is created. Now what I want to put in this dashboard, so what I'll do is I'll go back to my report. Here's my report. Here I'm going to click on these three dots, and here I see the option pin to a dashboard. Click on this one, and then it will ask me whether to the existing dashboard or a new dashboard. I want to do it to the existing one. Pin live. Alright, the dashboard is created. There we go. So a dashboard is created with these two visuals right now, and then I can whatever I want to do with dashboard, I can do it. I can share it over here with whomever I want to. I can restrict the permissions, whether the other person can, what they can do with it and what cannot. So yeah, this was just a small example of how easily and quickly Power BI can be used to create reports and then the dashboards, which could further be shared with our stakeholders. And also, it can be viewed and shared on mobile these days because of the walk and talk meetings. And believe me, it's like really very much in use these days. And sometimes I just used to get an email, from my managers or from my clients saying I need so and so report by for tomorrow's meeting, or sometimes like end of the day. So quickly we can just create a report depending on whatever insight we want, and then share it with them. So this was just a glimpse. There are a number of other visuals that we can use, and from the filtering, and sometimes we do need to add some measures which uh, need to be written in DAX. So we got to know a little bit of DAX also. DAX is a language using which we need to create some columns or measures for our reports of better insights. So this was just a glimpse, and I hope you liked it. And thank you so much.